Hello again. In the last couple of videos we looked at line. Line to bisect an image so that you can find the proportions, and also a 5-line system which you use to help you construct a drawing. This time we're going to actually look at line itself. It's something which is often neglected, and I think it's really, really important. So I'm going to take you back to an old master drawing. This is by Raphael. And what we're going to be looking at is quality of line, and it's super important. So here we are, this is a drawing. Now that drawing, even though it's just a line, a little bit of shading, it's got mass, it's got form. Now if you look at the line, can you see, look, the line is quite heavy there, heavy in here, but can you see it undulates? It gets sort of thick and thin. Look, it's kind of thin there, and then it gets heavier, kind of thin. Then sometimes the line almost disappears, like on the back here. It tends to be where the light hits the form. The light's hitting the form at the back here, so that generally speaking that needs to be a much lighter line. Anything in the shadows is a much stronger line, and sometimes the deep recesses of the shadow and the line combine. So you've got this beautiful line drawing, and as I say, it's called quality of line, and I think it's one of the most neglected things in drawing, and I think it's really important. If you could bring in that quality of line, it makes your drawings look more professional. Now I'm going to show you with a couple of examples of mine the difference. So here we are, this is just a line, I haven't made it thick or thin, and you see it's quite clumsy. You've got this contour line all the way around the outside, and it's quite a clumsy drawing. Now if you look at the difference of that, this is where I've varied the line, and you see I was sort of starting to play here with thick and thin line, and you're drawing and you're kind of squeezing it, and it's done with pencil pressure. So again, just squeeze it, and sometimes you go back and that line, and sometimes it just breaks up. That's much nicer than that. It's a completely different line. And again, it tends to be, you want it thick where the shadows are, and there, I in fact haven't drawn a line at all because it doesn't need it. And again, it goes back to this idea of you're giving the viewer of your drawing something to do. You're giving their brain something to do. You're inviting them to open a dialogue with your painting, or in this case with your drawing, because you're asking them to bring something to the party. Right, so what I want you to do today, forget all about shading, this is just line. So I want you to set up this something like 5 bits of round fruits. In this case it's apples, so I've set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples like that. And I want you to draw the apples, but I just want you to draw the line. So there you see, sometimes the line has disappeared like that, and sometimes the line is very thick. And that should give you the form of those apples without you having to do any shading. So that's your task today, to concentrate on quality of line. Thank you very much.